water-damaged basement in Prince George's County, Maryland. It's Sunday night. That means it's time for Sunday songs. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna get to some housekeeping in just a moment, but I'm in a mood to play music, man. So I'm just gonna start there. All those years of blood, sweat and tears you cried, you got less to show than you have to hide. Well, Lady Luck and all her charms, I never known her. I'm just a man with empty hands and broad shoulders. You could have had a wife, instead you made a name. The monuments you built look smaller by the day. She took you back, you kissed her lips, but they were colder. You're just a man with empty hands and broad shoulders. Brother that you mock for knowing wrong from right just went off to war. He won't get out alive. He was a son, he was a friend, he was a soldier. You're just a man with empty hands and broad shoulders. Thank you. Thanks for coming to Sunday Songs, everybody. This is your first time here. Thanks for visiting, and thank you. Thanks to whichever strange friend of yours recommended this show, because that's the only way it gets out there is through the word of mouth. And if you've been to every one of these Sunday songs, 63 and counting, I appreciate you just as much. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm going to play some tunes of my own here at the start. I'm going to play on guitar. I'm going to head over to the piano with our patented 2-camera technology and play a few songs over on our piano cam. We'll read a pretty powerful poem tonight for Soft Boy Poem Corner that kind of memorializes 9/11 in a way, which we just passed the 20th anniversary of yesterday. And I think I'm going to play some Elvis Costello songs for you guys tonight. I realized we're 63 songs in, and I don't think I've played an Elvis Costello song for you yet. So that's got to be rectified. As always, we love it when you can tell a friend about the show. If you can text a friend a link to the show while it's going on, tell them that there's a free show going on. It always helps us out. Or if you're watching on Facebook, just tag someone. Let them know that the gig's going on. It always helps. Thank you to everyone who does that and takes the time. This is a song off an album called The Great Despiser. Welcome home, my son. It's been so very long. I know that you're here to surrender. The disappointing days I suffered at your age were more than I'd care to remember. Before you throw the towel and turn your engines out, don't expect to spit hard that you tasted from your mouth. After all you've seen, the most you'll hope to be is pretending to be a pretender. The years that I've been through, I met a gentle few who say that they love and they mean it. The others that I met, they're decent folks, I guess, but all that they love is achievement. The swagger and the dress, the trappings of success, the butter and the milk of what it takes to get ahead. Anyone they find tells them otherwise, they'll follow him backwards and shirtless. Remember in the end that many of your friends would rather be dead than uncertain. They want a simple yes, or even better yet, a promise the next life is perfect. I promise that it's not, but then what have they got? Only 50 years they never gave a moment's thought. Anyone they find tells them otherwise, they'll follow him backwards and shirtless. Welcome home, my son. It's been so very long. I know that you're here to surrender. Thank you. Let me know in the comments, as always, where you guys are watching from tonight. I want to play this one for you. I normally play this one on Sunday Songs on the piano, but I want to try a version on guitar. This is how it was originally written, anyway. And I think, yeah, I've just been wanting to play this one on the guitar rather than over that damn piano cam, man. Yeah, let me know. Throw in the comments or the YouTube chat where you guys are watching from tonight. Hey little brother, did you hear I made it back to town? I'm getting sober, there's some things I gotta figure out. I saw the station and the light we used to run around. I could have sworn that there were things I used to care about. Oh, so pleased to see you. It's been so long. Where you been since I've been gone? What were all those words we used to shout? I am the great despiser.
I hold myself beside her. I often hope for fire. I am the great despiser. Hey little brother, did you hear I'm slipping back and forth? I'm getting older, man, it's barely worth it anymore. I had a dream that we were sitting on the summer porch. It seemed like everything was just the way it was before. Oh, so pleased to see you. It's been so long. Where you been since I've been gone? What were all these frozen letters for? I am the great despiser. I hold myself beside her. I often hope for fire. I am the great despiser. I don't want to care about it anymore. I don't want to care about it anymore. I don't want to care about it anymore. I don't want to care about it anymore.
Thank you. Let's see where you guys are watching from tonight. Let's see. Let's just see already. Got Tom, who's become one of our regular viewers, is watching again from Albany. Thank you. Chris joining us in the morning from Australia. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. My man and my moderator and bookkeeper, Mr. Christopher Wilson, checking it out tonight. Phil's here. Same mic, I guess just more in the picture. I'm saving up for a new mic. Saving up around this time next year, man. I'm going to buy me a nice mic. I tell you what. As long as my wife doesn't find out about it. Kevin is checking us out from Norfolk, Virginia. Michelle is checking us out from Portland, Maine. I've only been up there to play one time. It was about 10 years ago. And we played a place that wasn't great. I'll be honest with you. At least that's if my memory serves me well. Jamie's checking us out from Marion, Arkansas. Thanks for joining us. From Arkansas. Augie, what a name. I love that name. Is representing Florida. We appreciate you. Where else are you guys watching from tonight? Oh, man, I was really... Oh, wow. So our friend Emily and one of our regular viewers says, Joe, would love to hear you do Irish Dements. The Kingdom has already come on Piano Can someday. I would love to play that. My only problem with it is her piano part is so hard to play. I love that song. If you guys have never heard this song by Irish Dement, Could It Be The Kingdom Has Already Come is just a beautiful song, and you should check it out. But it's really hard to play. I've tried. Believe me, I've tried, Emily, and it's a little bit past my skill set. Hopefully one of these days, though. Look, one of our regular viewers, Brian, his wife, I'm watching from Gatlinburg, Tennessee while on vacation with my BFF and missing my husband, Brian, who's probably watching at home. See, this is just a beautiful thing. In the same way that lovers in the Renaissance who were parted from one another could both look up at the moon at night and know that they were both viewing the same moon, so we are in the year 2021 with two separated lovers watching Sunday songs together. What a beautiful thing. Steven says, this is the new Prairie Home Companion. Man, I'd love for it to be that. I loved Prairie Home Companion. I got to play on that one time and meet the venerable Garrison Keillor. It was a trip. It was really good. Yeah, I'm going to play some more tunes. I'm going to keep on getting to those places where you guys are at, so don't stop. I wanted to play... This is the opening song from the last full-length record that I put out. I put out The Diving Sun this year, which is only about 8 songs long. Why is it only 8 songs long? I don't know, man. Because I don't work for a record label, because I can do whatever I want. And I felt like it being 8 songs. It felt like an 8-song record. But this one was from our last full-length.
I will find you at the exit of my highway. I will find you at the bottom of my glass. No drink is strong enough. No drink is strong enough. No drink is strong enough to still my shaking hand. On a highway west of Davenport and Kansas, in the moonlight of a broken red roof inn, no night is dark enough to tell you where I've been. And I will find you in the arms of yet another. I will find you in her medicated eyes. No God is cruel enough. No God is cruel enough. No God is cruel enough to pay me back in kind. And I will find you painting crosses in the courtyard. I will find you walking backwards with a child. No fall is high enough. No fall is high enough. No fall is high enough.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That song is called Exit. Where else you guys watching from, man? Sharon's checking in from Cedar Creek. Dennis is checking in from Huntsville, Alabama. Our old friend Wang Po To is watching from Thailand as usual, one of our regular listeners. It says, get together with Slade Cleaves and go back to Maine. Slade Cleaves, the wonderful songwriter, is originally from Maine. I should do a tour. I'm going to text Slade Cleaves and tell him to take me to Maine. Gillian's watching from Chicago. Jillian, I will be there in Chicago at the end of the month. You should come on out. Oh no, do we have a loss? And sorry for your loss, Cindy. Sorry to see that. Okay, AZ Madonna said, the two separated lovers watching Sunday songs was me and my favorite man during the first few months of us dating when we couldn't be together indoors. Now we're watching together. And he introduced me to Joseph. See, Sunday songs, you guys, just bringing the people, bringing the gente together, man, I'm telling you. All right, I told you I was going to get down with some Elvis songs tonight, man. I'm going to play, I don't know what it's been, but I've just been in the mood. I guess it was last Monday. I woke up after the last Sunday songs, and I thought to myself, damn, man, how have I not played any Elvis Costello on the show? So I sat down and worked up a few things on the piano, and I'm really excited about them. One of them's an Elvis Costello song, and one of them is a song that he didn't write but made his own. So I will see you over at the patented piano cam. As always with the piano cam, I want to make sure before I start playing that you guys can hear the piano and the voice, because I don't want to play a whole dang song while something's screwed up. So I always want to make sure I made the switch correctly. Can you guys hear my voice and the piano? Okay, we're good to go. This is probably Elvis's most iconic song.
Oh, it's so funny to be seeing you after so long, girl. With the way you look, I understand that you were not impressed. But I heard you let that little friend of mine take off your party dress. I'm not gonna get too sentimental like those other sticky valentines. 'Cause I don't know if you were loving somebody, I only know it isn't mine. Allison, I know this world is killing you. Oh, Allison, my aim is true. Well, I hear you got a husband now. Did he leave your pretty fingers lying in the wedding cake? You used to hold him right in your arms, but he took all he could take. Sometimes I wish that I could stop you from talking when I hear the silly things that you say. I think somebody better put out the big light, 'cause I can't stand to see you this way. Allison, I know this world is killing you. Allison, my aim is true. My aim is true. My aim is true. My aim is true.
That's, of course, one of his most iconic songs, and then one of his second most iconic song is one he didn't write. That happens sometimes with songwriters. This is a song that Nick Lowe wrote that Elvis made very famous.
As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the dark, insanity, I ask myself, is our hope lost? Is there only pain, hatred, and misery? And it's times I feel like this inside. The thing I wanna know, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk on through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. So where are the strong, and who are the trusted, and where is the harmony? Sweet harmony. And each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? So where are the strong, and who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? And each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding?
Oh man, it's out of tune down there. I got to get the tuner over here, you guys. That's what we got to do. Thanks for watching the piano cam. I appreciate you. We're going to take some requests now in a moment. So go ahead and toss those in the chat or in the comments on Facebook. And in the meantime, it's time for America's favorite time to cry, you guys. Soft Boy Poem Corner. So I wanted to pick out a poem that would memorialize 9/11. It was the 20th anniversary of 9/11 yesterday. Very somber day for our country, very somber milestone. So I wanted to find something, and I looked at, there's a really famous poem by the Polish poet Wisława Szymborska that's very famous and has to do with 9/11, very short, and it's explicitly about 9/11. But instead, I went a little bit into left field, and I found this poem by W.H. Auden, which you might be saying, hold on, W.H. Auden was not alive when 9/11 happened, and he wasn't. But he did write a poem that was composed, I believe this was composed after Hitler invaded Poland. I think that's what this was. But when you read this poem, and it talks about culture, and it talks about the rumblings of war, it talks about death, destruction, hatred. When you read this poem that he wrote some 60 years before 9/11, some 80 years ago now, it's hard not to see the parallels. Or it's not the parallels. It's hard not to see. It's easy to feel how history might not repeat itself, right? But it rhymes. Isn't that what they say? History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And it's kind of amazing that he could have written this poem so many years ago. So here we go. It is entitled September 1st, 1939. I sit in one of the dives on 52nd Street, uncertain and afraid, as the clever hopes expire of a low, dishonest decade. Waves of anger and fear circulate over the bright and darkened lands of the earth, obsessing our private lives. The unmentionable odor of death offends the September night. Accurate scholarship can unearth the whole offense from Luther until now that has driven a culture mad. Find what occurred at Linz. What huge imago made a psychopathic God? I and the public know what all school children learn. Those to whom evil is done do evil in return. Exiled Thucydides, that's how you pronounce it, exiled Thucydides knew all that a speech can say about democracy. And what dictators do, the elderly rubbish talk to an apathetic grave. Analyzed all in his book, the enlightenment driven away, the habit-forming pain, mismanagement, and grief. We must suffer them all again. Into this neutral air, where blind skyscrapers use their full height to proclaim the strength of collective man, each language pours its vain, competitive excuse. But who can live for long in a euphoric dream? Out of the mirror they stare, imperialism's face and the international wrong. Faces along the bar cling to their average day. The lights must never go out. The music must always play. All the conventions conspire to make this fort assume the furniture of home, lest we should see where we are, lost in a haunted wood, children afraid of the night who have never been happy or good. The windiest militant trash important persons shout is not so crude as our wish. What Mad Nijinsky wrote about Diaghilev is true of the normal heart. For the error bred in the bone of each woman and each man craves what it cannot have, not universal love, but to be loved alone. From the conservative dark into the ethical life, the dense commuters come, repeating their morning vow. I will be true to the wife, I'll concentrate more on my work, and helpless governors wake to resume their compulsory game. Who can release them now? Who can reach the deaf? Who can speak for the dumb? All I have is a voice to undo the folded lie, the romantic lie in the brain of the sensual man in the street, and the lie of authority whose buildings grope the sky. There is no such thing as the state, and no one exists alone. Hunger allows no choice to the citizen or the police. We must love one another or die. Defenseless under the night, our world in stupor lies. Yet, dotted everywhere, ironic points of light flash out wherever the just exchange their messages. May I, composed like them of arrows and of dust, beleaguered by the same negation and despair, show an affirming flame. Well, I hope I didn't lose too many of you on that one. I know that the connection might be a little bit tenuous, but when I read that, it struck a lot of notes. And so tonight, yeah, we remember that dark day in our history, and we remember, obviously, all the people who passed and all their loved ones yesterday. But, you know, for Sunday songs, I still felt like I wanted to mention that. I'd love to play some songs for you guys now that you request. So let me know what you'd like to hear. Let's see. Okay, looks like we got a couple people clamoring for Silver Harps and Violin. Didn't I play that recently? I think I did. I hate to do that to bring that out, but I think I did play that recently. So we'll wait. What was AZ's request? Everyone's saying that they back that. Pratik is saying, guess this is the push I need to finally dive into Elvis Costello's catalog. It's a good one, man. I'd start maybe with Imperial Bedroom. That's a good one. Pratik, what was the request that AZ had? I didn't see it. Well, a lot of people are requesting Nation of Heat, so I'll do that. And then a lot of people are requesting, whoops. Let's do that. Let's do Nation of Heat. Shoot.
Across from the prison and beside the Great Lake, below the rooftops and above the highway, the spirits pay rent on the basements they haunt, and the painters just draw pictures of the things that they want. I cook my dinner on the blacktop street. I come from the Nation of Heat. Outside the train station there's a bold painted sign. It says, try to be patient, don't forget to choose sides. We got the loudest explosions you ever heard. Got $2 soldiers in $10 words. If I didn't own boots, I wouldn't need feet. I come from the Nation of Heat. So swift and so vicious are the carnival rides. In the carnival bark we'll yell your name for a bribe. We got billboards full of Japanese cars. It ain't rare to hear the streetlights call themselves stars. The more I've seen skeleton mothers and hungry folks across the street from the kitchens that cook dinner the most. Sometimes you hear whispers by the dark of the moon, yet we promised too much and gave it too soon. Even our coughs and our fevers compete. I come from the nation of heat. So swift and so vicious are the carnival rides. In the carnival, no, it's the last verse. I did pretty good. It's a long song, man. Blackened borders with smiles, our immigrant sons. There we go. We measure loneliness in miles and misery in tons. There's a straw-headed man rowing away from the shore. He says it's a shame they don't let you have slaves here anymore. I'm the ugliest man that you'll ever meet. I come from the nation of heat. I almost got it right, man. I think I saw this song requested too a couple times. The night's so long you can almost hear it groan. The night's so long you can almost hear it groan. We walk so far that our shadows turn to stone. It was a wretched room, but we hung up Christmas lights. It was a wretched room, but we hung up Christmas lights. And the girls played house while the neighbors froze outside. Brace yourself for the letdown. The Holy Ghost with his hands out. No peace on earth is cheaply found. Do you see my colors now? She had long black hair, and you bought everything she sold. She had long black hair, and you bought everything she sold. And she taught you the fine points of doing just as you were told. Brace yourself for the letdown. The Holy Ghost with his hands out. No peace on earth is cheaply found. Do you see my colors now? Do you see my colors now? Thank you. That's called The Letdown off of The Flooding Color is the name of that album. What else you guys want to hear, man?
Oh, no. Okay. Got it. Christopher Wilson says, request dedication. 4. Cindy Sheffield, pair of shadows. She lost her Sunday song watching companion this week. Oh, no. Her dog, Cajon. That's why everyone was sending her condolences. I'm very sorry. Cindy, I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that, of course. I'd love to play this song in memory of Cajon. What a bummer. Thank you, Christopher, for bringing that to my attention. I much appreciate it. All right, man. This one goes out to you, Cajon, and this goes out to you, Cindy. We're very sorry. If they're going to make a shadow out of me, well, I guess I'll be the shadow of that post oak tree in the forest by your house where we used to meet. If they're going to make a shadow out of me, if they're going to make a shadow out of you, well, I hope to catch the briefest glimpse as you go passing through, as the shadow of the Lincoln we drove to school. If they're going to make a shadow out of you, lines will disappear as we grow darker, darker than we planned for at the start. The light of morning will get even farther until at last it can't tell us apart. So if they're going to make a shadow out of us, casting downward to the valley from an Appalachian bluff, I was born, then I loved you, I guess that was enough. If they're going to make a shadow out of us, if they're going to make a shadow out of us. Thank you. Very sorry, Cindy. Sending love your way. Let's see here. What else you guys want to hear? Oh, I think here, I was looking for AZ's request, and it's right here. She says, after curfew, please. Indeed, you got it. Find the right harmonica here. You got it, AZ. This is a song I wrote on piano, actually. I couldn't even play it for the life of me on piano now, but we recorded it differently for the album. Obviously with acoustic guitar, and then with this baritone guitar in the background that Kenneth Pattingale, the producer, was playing. It sounded great.
We found you in the street with a list of all our names. There were stars beside the strongest and the weakest. They cut you quite a deal, almost too good to refuse. But some of us don't just worship what's convenient. We thought that our distance was safe, but wickedness can travel. You are not fragile. You are not fragile. You are not fragile. And your father, rest his soul, the finest man I ever knew, spoke a truth that was clean as an island. They gave him every chance to repeat the party line, but he shattered their windows with his silence. So they took him out back in the rain, and they made him an example. But you are not fragile. You are not fragile. You are not fragile. Now they're rounding up the boys in the nation off to war, and they left behind the two-faced and the useless. On the first of every month, the neighbors gather on our lawn, and we dance for their mercy like we're minstrels. They dug up the headstones last night and broke them into gravel. You are not fragile. 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 You are not fragile.
Thank you. That one was for AZ. Thanks as always. When you watch the show, thanks for contributing to our online tip jar or buying a ticket here by going to Venmo or PayPal and paying what you would like. I always appreciate it. If you're in a position to do that, to kick in a few bucks, and if you're not in a position to do that, it's no big deal. Also, always want to encourage you to go, if you don't receive my monthly newsletter, the first Sunday of every month, the Enthusiast Digest comes out. Go to joepugmusic.com/newsletter. Sign up for the Enthusiast Digest. I think it's a lot of fun. It comes out once a month. It's free. And I give you a bunch of recommendations, music, cooking, poetry, a lot of stuff in there every month. It's a veritable cornucopia, my friends. And then lastly, if you live in the Twin Cities or you live in Chicago or you live in Milwaukee-ish, I'm going to be coming to play some shows in your neck of the woods at the end of the month. So come on out, buy a ticket for that, and come on out and say hello. All these shows, a lot of protocols in place for these shows to make it as safe as we can be at this point. My understanding is most of these venues, if not all, are vaccine required or proof of or proof of negative test. So, yeah, I know for some people that's onerous, but we musicians and also people who own the clubs and all the people who are promoting the shows, we're just trying to make it up as we go, and we're trying to find a way to bring live music back. So we're trying some things, and I hope to see you out there in the Midwest. Let me play one more tune for you guys. What do you want to hear? Uh, let's see. All right. In the meantime, I don't see that one requested a lot. It's been requested a couple times today. So that actually got requested at our show in Boston last week. I was kind of surprised. I never get to play that one live. So we'll try it here. Thanks for coming to Sunday Songs tonight. If you guys keep on coming back every week, I'll keep on being here. I'm not going anywhere, man. So I hope to see you guys next week.
I'm saving all my nickels and half of every dime. I'm washing all the blankets. God knows that I'm trying. I fixed the gate. We will find each other, so they say. In the meantime, I'm lonesome while I wait. Now I'm lying to my family of who I'm thinking about. I had another woman, somehow she found out, she always knew. We'll be honest with each other, me and you. In the meantime, I'll break a heart or two. Now I'm selling saws and hammers for half of what they're worth. I'm dreaming for a living, I got no time for work, it's getting hard. One day we will never be apart. In the meantime, I'm wondering where you are. Now I'm burning sheets of plywood I pried up off the floor. The house is out of lumber, at least for now I'm warm. For now I'm warm. We'll be warm beneath a Carolina moon. In the meantime, I should find another room. Now I'm sleeping in the closet, I'm lucky when I sleep. I'm drinking from the faucet, I'm scared of the police. What should I do? One day you will be my reason too. In the meantime, I'll just be passing through.
Thanks for coming to Sunday Songs. Have a great week. I'll see you next Sunday. Peace.